who have a very similar season so far. If you just joined us, guys, welcome. The next game is going to be crazy as we got Violet going up against Hero. Violet currently 5-0 on top of his division. Hero is 4-1 in best of 3, so Ben, that is the game of the day. But I'm personally still excited to see who is going to take this. Both of us predicted Beasty to take it, as we know him pretty well. He lived with us for a long time, and we have faith in his TVT skills, but Strelok showed us in the previous game, I ain't predictable, I can switch it up, opening up very aggressive with bio units, and then, at least as far as I know, Ben, shows us the quickest battlecruiser appearance ever in NASL history. That was a 14-minute something battlecruiser, not of one base, not something ridiculous.
Yeah.
This was actually a legitimately 2 base going into 3 base, and just making a super smooth transition.
That makes me want to go play Terran on ladder and try some battlecruiser 1-base rushes, just see if I can win with him.
Yeah, then you play against a guy who steams with Marines and kills your natural.
And then I'm like, oh, so this is why people don't do this.
Yes.
Kevin, I think Beasty's at his best when he's playing aggressively. And we are seeing him return to that here in game number 3 on Ohana. Guys, if you didn't know, Ohana does mean family.
Family sticks together.
Family does stick together. That's why me and Roddy always cast at the same time.
And we celebrated Christmas last year.
Yeah, and hopefully again this year.
Yes, but a different family.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm a little bit afraid of your dad, but.
No, but you'll like my mom. She's really cool.
Yeah, I believe you. But your dad is very intimidating.
So you're gonna come?
If everything works out, I would like to come.
Cool. That'll be awesome. I've got to book my flight back home. It's gonna be expensive, but
Family, man.
Totally worth it.
Because family sticks together.
That's right.
I'm gonna show up at the airport and you say, Ohana. And your mom is gonna be really confused, man.
She's gonna be like, what? Because my mom, she's so supportive, but I don't think she's ever watched an NASL broadcast.
My mom watched a few times, but my mom still doesn't get it that NASL is broadcasted at 2 different moments, you know, live for NA and live for Europe. And a few times he stayed up till 3 AM. But my mom is really bad at staying up just to watch the NASL because he wanted to see how we were doing in the US.
Your mom is so sweet.
And then I explained my mom that we also broadcast at 6 PM her time. And she's like, oh, okay, then I'm going to watch. But then obviously when that is going on, I am not casting actually. But she thinks I'm live. And then she's writing me like it's actually a live broadcast. And I am later explaining like, Mom, it's not how it works. And she's like, yeah, but I see you on camera. I was like, Mom, it's... Then I just said, never mind. Yes, Mom, it's me. Anyway, guys, we see double refineries over here from Strelok. He's gonna go. He went for the no gas fast expand opening. Beasty on the other end, Ben, went for an aggressive build as we see the refinery.
He just kind of let Strelok scout him, man. He built all of his add-ons before he made any units, and so Strelok was able to walk an SCV right up next to Beasty's building starport and be like, barracks with a reactor, factory, starport. All right, I think I can work with this.
Oh, you think? Do you want to produce some Marines and Hellions? And Beasty's like, well, maybe. Maybe it's for Ghost. Well, where's your Ghost Academy? I don't need one. Okay. Oh, Beasty, relax. Beasty is going to take out this SCV, so this SCV definitely...
Man, that SCV did such a good job, and then Strelok just put him on hold position on the Zelnagata. You will not move! But sir, I just want to see my family one last time.
No, we're going to pick you up. It's all good. And he's like, guys, I think I need backup. There is some buggy shooting at me over here. Shooting flames. Beasty is producing that matter of fact ban and Hellions and Marines, so it is what we thought it was going to be.
I'm really surprised that Strelok hasn't built a bunker.
Yes. I am also a little bit surprised when he's producing Marauders and does not have concussive shells yet. I find the Marauder opening against what he scouted, yeah, not that great. I mean, Marauders, they absorb really a lot of damage from Hellions, but it also takes an extremely long amount, extremely insane amount of time. Wow, that was like a double, triple up of the same word. It takes a long time for a Marauder to kill a Hellion. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys.
Extremely a lot of really extreme.
Moral of the story. I don't think that Marauders against Hellions is the best way to go. Unless, Ben, I mean, with concussive shells, you're able to slow them down just a tiny bit. But we'll see how it goes. Of course, those Marauders won't die, but will they be able to keep the SCVs alive? And Ben, your wish.
Gosh, how does Strelok not see this one little
yeah, but this bunker is actually a very good position.
No, Beasty could go around that. I don't really understand why he doesn't.
Like Beasty, you really don't have to fight there.
Perhaps he's overestimating Strelok a little bit.
No, these poor Marines.
Oh, man.
They should have just jumped, man. Strelok is not taking a single bit of...
What if you could do that? If you're like, I won't give you the...
Well, Ben, right now we have 6 Marines and 3 Marauders, so suddenly it looks a whole lot better for Strelok. He's going to end up at least losing 1 Marine, but Beasty doesn't want to fight anymore. Now there are 3 Marauders. If there was 1 Marauder, he had something to work with. 2 Marauders, okay, Hellions will die a little bit quicker, but you can still just go for a suicide drop and just try to take out as many SCVs as possible. But right now, this is really not doing anything for Beasty, while Strelok on the other end is in a fantastic position.
BC does have one thing really going his way, and that is Strelok has no factory. BC's already finishing up siege mode.
Yeah,
It's going to be a big 1-1-1
there are a few
push.
Stim Marauders soon. Stim pack is almost ready. This is so good for Strelok if he would find those tanks, but sorry, hiccup. The tanks are not there anymore. Now the units are a little bit out of position, so Strelok is going to lose a few SCVs. Ben, what is happening?
Craziness right now as Beasty's going to continue with his harass. Strelok really wants to push all the way across the map. He will siege up at the top of his natural.
Stim is ready, Ben. These Marauders, they do want a Stim.
And that's exactly what we're going to see, but Strelok a little bit concerned perhaps that...
BC sieging up just in time. So many nail-biting moments so far where it's like could've, would've, if this, if that would have happened, then everything would have been completely different, but the game somehow turned out this way. Strelok though, despite not picking up those tanks, Ben, he's a base up. He doesn't even need to do this damage. It would be nice, but he's not forced to. And those Stim Marauders, they are suddenly the heroes of the day, because we all know what Stim Marauders do against on-siege tanks.
They do terrible, terrible things, Gav. As Beasty is going to come down his ramp once more. He's got Strelok kind of caught out in the open here. These units are...
Yes, the V's are going to have to absorb some damage.
Come on, guys, we can make it!
Viking. Marauders are like, I don't know where to run.
Why would he stim and run? He could have at least killed something, but...
All these Marauders, they do fall eventually, so that was a nice pickup Ben for Beasty. And of course, Beasty does have one massive advantage, as you mentioned earlier, the factories. And the biggest advantage he's going to have is he's going to have siege mode. Strelok does not, but he's going to have to be so careful. Here comes the Stim. One siege tank dies immediately.
Vikings are on the ground doing a good job of sort of acting as a buffer between Strelok's units and Beasty's tanks.
Two siege tanks remaining, Ben. Beasty needs to do some serious damage real soon.
This is a really cool push. We've got bunkers against bunkers here.
And Vikings on the ground.
I like Vikings on the ground. I think they're cool. I think if I was a StarCraft unit, I would be a Viking.
On the ground.
Yeah.
This bunker will fall immediately, but Strelok knows that he cannot really deal with the siege pressure that Beasty is putting on him right now. Instead, he's going for a counter-attack. Beasty, how are you going to deal with that?
I don't know. If Beasty goes back, I think he's in trouble.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to go back. He's just going to go for it right now. There are two bunkers here. They save a little bit of time. Of course, Beasty could just siege up. Beasty's losing quite a bit here, though.
Oh, fighting at the base of that ramp. One bunker does fall. Strelok has another one to fall back to. Oh, and Strelok with the indecision is idle in the middle of the map. Strelok, what are you doing? Terrible mistake, and now Beasty is in his natural. Oh,
and still has the siege mode almost ready for Strelok as well. But yes, he only has one tank, but one tank could be enough. Here come the Marauders from behind. One tank is going to fall immediately. Second tank is going to fall too.
Almost certainly, yes, it will go down. But
this game is nuts right now because it's just one siege tank against one siege tank. Beasty temporarily evacuated his natural as well. Didn't really have to.
Army supplies are exactly even.
Yeah, but there are so many Marauders extremely low on HP. Look at these four guys, man. No health insurance.
Wow. Man, these guys have like the plague. they're like sitting on the Zelnaga tower coughing up blood. That SCV's like, ew, gross.
This Marine is like, I have a small headache, but compared to these Marauders, I think I feel really good. These Marauders like,
Oh, man. Strelok is going to try to break Beasty's position here, and it looks like he does have the numbers to do it. Oh, great little engagement here from Strelok, even using the sickly Marauders to clean up.
What a sick, unusual TVT so far, man, with so much crazy stuff happening and so much weird army movement, but it is going to work. Look at these four Marauders. They're suddenly like, reinforcements have arrived. We can fight. Give me a stim. It's like, no.
This is like me when I go to the gym with Frodan. By the end of the workout, I'm like this 2 hit point Marauder. I'm like, no more, no more.
And this is me who stayed at home. Hey guys.
No, we need to find like a big, healthy, fat Marauder sitting down watching GSL. Is there one of those somewhere?
Hey, just spending my time wisely, man. There are cloaked Banshees on the map. I'm not sure where the first Banshee is. Sorry guys, kind of lost track on it. Where is your Banshee, Beasty? Oh, it's trying over here on the left side of the map. Yep. And it does have cloak as well, man. This could catch Strelok completely
that could cause some serious problems. Strelok's got a little bit of energy for scans, but
oh, look at this Marauder, man. Oh, not enough stamina. I have to go into the gym.
He's just like quit. He's just like snuck off to the side.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit up on top of this mountain. No more exercise for me, guys.
It's a beautiful view here on Ohana.
Yeah, it is nice. You can look down at the ocean.
Yeah, it's very calming, and you might see some helicopters flying by. Just hope they won't see you.
Right now, Strelok still oh, will he see this second Banshee? No, he doesn't see that either. Where are you going, Strelok?
Yeah.
He's just like...
He's leaving another guy. He's like, hey, okay? You don't have to be part of this army anymore. But what we do want you to do is, if you see something unusual, give us a call.
If you see a command center, stand underneath it. Don't let it land. Okay.
I don't know if I can hold it. You'll be fine. BT is going to reveal the fact, man, that he has a Banshee by picking off that one SUV, building this third command center. Beautiful timing, by the way. It would have been done within a few seconds. Now Strelok is going to find, oh, Cloak, really? I don't have a single missile turret.
Yeah, and actually he doesn't have energy for skins. He's got a single scan right now. So
BT waiting for the two Banshees might have been a brilliant move, but if he picks up this missile turret once more, BT is going to have free reign over both economy lines.
Oh, missile turret's going to be so close to completion, and Beastie will of course immediately pick off that building SCV. That turret just needs to be tapped
main
to
base
be completed.
The Banshee in the main base did fall though due to a beautiful scan of Strelok and pulling the Stim Marines well in position. And now this missile turret is... Oh, actually, Ben, I'm not sure if he focuses it immediately. Okay. That's very nice for Strelok. Wow, that's a small step for his SCV, but a big step for Strelok.
Yes, it is. Banshee will continue to float around and harass a minor amount before flying back home.
But still, man, during the entire game, BC did kill 20 SCVs already, and we can see that right now in the Walker tab. As BC is on 52, Strelok only on 38 SCVs. BC is on triple orbital already as well. Is this guy orbital yet? Yes, he is. Strelok did finish him off, so good job right there. Blue Flame being researched. BC is going mech once more.
Yeah, it's weird, sort of switching back to mech.
Yeah, you would normally say never change the winning team. BC said, I didn't win with mech in game 2, I'm going to win with mech in game number 3. Now, of course, this is a completely different game, guys, because of the way that Strelok opened early on. And Ben, in all the games I casted on Ohana, I've never seen a TVT played out like this. Of course, I've seen both openings, but not in the way that they move their armies around the map.
Yeah, it was a really unique, kind of exciting mid-game. And we are starting to make our way into the later stages of Ohana. Beastie taking his third base.
His poor Marine, man. He was listening to Britney Spears, like, I'm on your radar, on your radar. And he's like, hey, I think I'm really on their radar.
Oh, that poor Marine indeed. Strelok sends a couple more Marines to go be buddies.
Guy, hey, we saved you, bro. He's going to teach up over here, Ben, in range. Well, I'm not sure if that's the best idea. Well, BC has a tank in an excellent position. He's going to be more than fine.
Oh, yeah, this is probably not going to work out for Strelok. He may actually manage to kill this missile turret, but that's all he's going to get.
Well, is he actually going to try to drop on top of these tanks, Ben? I'm not sure. There are two Banshees here. There are Vikings. Oh, Strelok, this cannot go well.
Oh, and that's not going to go well. One medevac being shot down before it even unloads. The second one.
Oh, a couple of Marines being misreaded over here as well, running into tanks.
Oh, Strelok, that was so poorly controlled. And now BC's going to fly out with the Banshees.
Going to pick off at least one siege tank before retreating. Not a favorable engagement for BC. Look at the units lost resource tab right now, really spiraling out of control. Two more command centers going down in the main base of BC. And I can imagine, man, that BC is going to scan a whole lot. This game is like, okay, any fusion cores, anywhere. No 14-minute battle cruisers? No, not at all. Strelok, of course, has been investing in a lot of units throughout this entire game. And this plan did not go well. Excellent move by BC, keeping tanks on the high ground. And we saw that on Cloud Kingdom as well, Ben. Back then it didn't pay off, but we saw how well BC was prepared everywhere around the map. Yeah,
BC's done a great job this game. A couple of Hellions are going to run into the majority of Strelok's army here, and they have no choice but to retreat. Wow. Bad day to be a Hellion.
Yeah, one guy had to catch the bullet. Two healthy Hellions. Did not like the low HP Hellion.
Yeah. And Strelok's going to go ahead and push over here towards the top right. BC does not have a base up here. And I guess that will mean no more push from Strelok because he's just going to reposition once more in the middle of the map. BC's done a great job at macroing up. He's at about 150 supply. He has so many siege tanks. 12 tanks.
I think this guy, Ben, is going to be a hero after all. But BC should know because he sees him on his radar. Wow, this is very cool too. This is like watching the US Air Force. Like a medevac with precious cargoes getting followed by two F-16s. No?
That is exactly what it's like. Unfortunately, the hero will not be able to spot, but his buddy will. The sickly Marauder.
He was dancing as well.
I just wanted to retire, guys. I want no part of this conflict. Oh.
Well, he opened fire. What the BC does do with this little Hellion drop though, Ben, is pull Strelok out of position. He flies his medevac straight into the army of Strelok. And there is a Tor in the mix as well. Of course, that bad boy can absorb a lot of siege tank shots. which could allow the bio units to get close enough. But
he's also going to be really good against the Banshees, Kev.
Well, Beasty has a little bit. He's floating a little bit of minerals, Ben, and floating some resources, and he could really use to spend all of his money because Strelok has been doing that, and then it doesn't matter if Beasty has been out mining Strelok. If he's not using it, Strelok's going to pick up this siege tank. You're going to have to siege up in an excellent position, Beasty.
I feel like Strelok's army right now looks so much stronger than Beasty's. Beasty is so static. Strelok is so mobile. But
there's a massive air force for Beasty, which Strelok is completely ignoring. So that also means that the moment these Marines die, it's going to be absolutely zero anti-air. Yes, there are a lot of Marines, but the Banshees, they should be covered by the tanks.
Strelok right now is just in the business of denying space as he takes more bases and tries to keep Beasty from doing the same. Beasty's continuing to do what he does best, just sort of actively turtling, pushing forward, adding turrets, pushing forward, adding turrets. Banshee's going to manage to pick off these two siege tanks. Yeah. That's an okay maneuver.
Well, at least one of them, definitely a good pickup. Thor gets a couple of shots. Of course, Thors deal a lot of damage on Banshees, while Beasty does end up losing these two siege tanks. And Strelok is doing such a good job, and just saying, no, Beasty, you are not going up to 4 bases. Beasty, if I were you, I would have just floated over an orbital over here to the left side of the map. Because why does your fort have to be here, Ben?
Great job from Beasty recognizing that Strelok might be expanding in the bottom right. Goes and picks off that building SCV.
Well, that's the second time this game happens to Strelok. Last time it was closer though.
Beasty just making a nice...
Come on, Beasty. Why doesn't he just fly over one of these orbitals, man?
Well, he's going to try to fly it over here to the right side from his third base. But...
I don't really get this. I mean, perhaps he does. I mean, probably the reason why is this, of course, guys. Mech is a whole lot less mobile than Bio, and the moment that Beasty would expand over here, he's gonna have to cover this entire area. Because if he gives up this over here, then he's gonna have to worry about run-bys over here all the time, and he doesn't want to split up his mech army that much. So it's much more convenient to take it over here. But still, if you can't do it, like this has been delayed for a very long time right now, Ben.
Strelok is swinging around to Beasty's left flank. He's going to try and collapse on these siege tanks. Vikings a little bit exposed to those Marines. Hellions are so late getting to the party, and this is a great attack by Strelok. He's just going to go for it.
Well, Beasty's supply is still so high, though, Ben. I don't know why.
Wow, Strelok's Marines just melting away, and that did not...
Are there Banshees? There's one Banshee remaining, but there's also a Thor. He's going to land the Vikings. Oh, I'm not sure.
We'll see how it turns out. They do all touch down and actually cleans up every siege tank from Strelok, and what looks like an okay attack goes terribly wrong when Strelok overextends ever so slightly. Beasty all of a sudden up 30 supply.
And this Thor right now is like, hey, I'm in this big suit over here, and I think we're behind enemy lines, guys. I heard some fight going on over here on the left side of the map. Did not go so well for us. Strelok does have a small army to fall back on, though. Beasty is moving forward. Strelok is going to find it out right now. Siege up, Strelok. He's not going to siege up. He is going to siege up.
But he's going to lose whatever is on the low ground beneath this little ridge as Beasty will just rain down from above. And at the same time, Beasty using his Hellions to great effect, getting back behind that third base, killing a lot of SCVs. And Beasty right now actively reinforcing all the way across the map. He is taking expansions actively.
Yeah, after finally re-establishing map control, controlling the Xel'Naga Watchtower is of course so important on Ohana. This time Beasty says, you know what, I am going to expand over here because right now my units are out on the map, so it doesn't matter as much what happens on this right little side of this map.
He'll be able to siege up just in range of this planetary.
Strelok is of course going to try to make something happen over here. He wants to take control of this Xel'Naga Watchtower, and he will do so with these Marauders. Great TVT, Ben, on Ohana.
Yeah, fantastic TVT right now. Strelok knows he has to save this base on the right side. He's doing a good job just chain repairing it from the siege tank fire. Beasty still with a strong position on the left side of the map, killing a couple more tanks of Strelok.
He's not able to achieve all that much with this. He might just go for it. He could unsiege these Vikings once more, Ben. I think that would be a brilliant move right now.
There's only 3 tanks. It's really the only thing keeping Beasty up on that high ground.
Oh, Strelok's going to drop a couple of Marauders right on top of these siege tanks,
and
he will pick them up.
That's a fantastic move.
Strelok is playing so well this game, Ben. Yes, that one fight over here went pretty poorly for him, but other than that, I think he's been doing so many right moves.
Beasty right now, what are you shooting, Beasty? I was shooting the rocks. I was so confused there. Looks like he was shooting his own tanks. But that is not the case. Strelok just trying to get some position on this left side, but it's a little bit tough. He's going to go around.
Strelok knows, I think, Ben, that Beasty went up to 4 bases. because he lost that little Marine over there, as that Marine did finally die to this one Hellion, I believe, yes. Hellion has 1 kill. Kill the low HP Marine. Hellion, man off.
Single Banshee of Beastie is going to keep this entire squad of units from crossing the map. 2 tanks going to probably fall. 1 at least. Oops. Marines do show up to kill the Banshee.
Command Center is going to fly into a Tor. Not something you see every day.
Takes a long time for a Thor to kill a Command Center that's in the air. Takes
Banshee.
an equally long time for a Banshee to kill a Thor that's on the ground. But she will pull it off, as I guess Strelok doesn't have energy to scan.
Cloak Banshee is really paying for themselves throughout this entire game. Beastie doing an excellent job with him. He's still trying to make something happen over here, and he's doing a good job because he's forcing Strelok basically all the time. If you want to see what happens, you have to scan because I got the Vikings. And Beastie is doing such a good job with that.
Yes, he is, but at the same time, Strelok's pushing across the map with a big army. And Beastie does have several tanks back at home, but
Strelok is just going to try to kill this fort base over here. There's a planetary fortress, but there are a lot of stim Marauders, and Marauders stim in, and they will take out this planetary fortress.
Stim to win. Beastie knows exactly what he's dealing with, and he just evacuates immediately. He will lose quite a few SCVs, but some of them will make it home.
For people who are just joining us, the score is 1-1. Both these guys have a similar record in the NASL, 1 win and 4 losses. And after this, we got, well, this has been a great series so far, but I think on paper at least, the best series of the night, Violet against Hero. That should be really sick, so make sure to stick around, guys, because it's just going to get better from here. Whoa.
Also got Gonzi versus Dark to round out the night, or maybe even up second. We'll try and figure out where it's all going to fit together. Strelok's doing a great job of denying Beastie's expansions.
Yep.
Beastie just can't get a 4th base, and Strelok's had a 4th base pretty much all game.
Beastie on the other end has a nice lockdown on Strelok over here as well. Strelok is never going to be able to expand over here, or well, never say never, but not until he took care of those tanks. And he might just go for it soon, man, because he knows, yes, there are a lot of tanks over here, but on the same time, a lot of units are in the main base as well from Beastie, so eventually Strelok should be able to run in and kill those tanks. These Hellions are doing a really good job. Staying out of range of this planetary fortress, and Beastie killing a lot of SCVs.
Yes, he is, and there's a big train of SCVs showing up, and oh, they're so stacked up, and every one of them takes some heavy splash damage, and Strelok realizes right away that those guys are they're due for a lunch break.
Both players so low on economy right now, man. 45 harvests against 33, and I really like Cloak Banshees in this phase of the game, man. I think they are excellent. Scan will probably go down. Strelok, you might want to get a Raven eventually.
Strelok's only able to scan from 2 orbitals right now. His 3rd is lifted, and I mean, he just doesn't have that much scan at his disposal. Strelok does have a big army out in the middle of the map.
Banshees are single-handedly winning the game for Beastie, man.
They're doing pretty crazy amounts of damage. You are right about one thing, Kevin. Beastie's army is split up, and if Strelok would just consolidate his forces and kill these tanks at the bottom of the map, I feel like it put him in such a good position. But he
better do it real quick, because right now, Ben, for the first time, Beastie is going to mine severely more than Strelok, because Strelok, Ben, is basically not mining. Well, he has this base over here, but he lost pretty much all of his SUVs there. He's going to have to transfer a few. Beastie is up a good 20 workers. He's still producing Cloak Banshees. Big siege here. You cannot run into that Strelok. You cannot run into this.
He's going to try to, and I don't think it's going to go well at... Oh, wow, that was completely one-sided. Strelok forces a bad fight, and instantly GG's. That is really frustrating for me, Kevin. Strelok played a great, fantastic game, and then you could just sort of see him say, damn it, I'm going to go for this.
Yep. I mean, he was getting really frustrated with these Cloak Banshees, just picking up units all the time. What I think he should have done, Ben, at one phase of the game, where we looked at Beastie had so many units stacked up, defending his 3 bases, trying to take that fort in the right top. Strelok should have just put everything and tried to sandwich the remaining tanks that were having a contain on his 3rd base. Because yes, that was a serious amount of tanks, and he would lose a serious amount of Marauders, but that at least gave him freedom to move out again, and he will kill those tanks. It's guaranteed. And most likely, he's still going to kill more than he actually loses there.
I completely agree with you. I think the key points that Strelok really missed out on, one, dealing with the tanks on the left side of the map. Beastie had 160 supply there at the end of that game. Half of it was on one side of the map. The other half was on the other. Strelok had about the same number of supply. If he had consolidated and collapsed on that, he could have broken that position. Another thing that I would love to have seen Strelok do is get 1 Raven and keep it behind his army, so that when those Banshees do show up, he doesn't have to spend a million scans.
But still, man, great series. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, really, really good series.
That European TVT can be very exciting.
It was a lot of fun. Beastie ever so slightly outclassing Strelok there. Great game. It was brought to you by Squarespace. All the tools you need to build an exceptional web page. Head over to nasl.tv/p/Squarespace to get started today. Our next match will be Azubu Violet versus Liquid Hero. This is a great game. I think worthy of match to look forward to status.
Yes, it could have been better. Maybe it should have been, but I went for a classic. In my mind, it was MC versus Torzen because I remember those TSL series and that was great. And it's weird to see Torzen struggling so much in the season, so I thought this could be a really big game and this could also be something that really people speak about. But as you said, Ben, this game could have been it as well.
Guys, we're going to take a very, very short break. We will be back with some PVZ after this.